Konnichiwa, and welcome to Tsuki no Ame, where we try Japanese sweets and treats. Today we're trying two treats from Japan Candy Box. So the first is, I think this might be our third variation that we've tried on the channel. This is another caramel corn flavor. You might remember the original kind of had a texture that was a cross between Puffy Cheetos and Bugles. The puffed corn was very much along the lines of Cheetos, but it kind of had that caramel coating like Bugles. Tastes a lot like Bugles. This is, according to the information I was given, this is the white milk Christmas caramel corn. And I say exactly what that they told me because my instincts say that this is going to be kind of a white chocolate type of affair. That is, my natural assumption, right? A cookies and cream bar is usually a white chocolate bar. But sometimes, just due to the nature of translation and, of course, cultural expectations, I have often been surprised by Japanese snacks. And so I'm not entirely sure. My instincts say, again, white chocolate, but this could be anything, but it's supposed to be kind of a milky flavor. So we're going to find out what exactly that means. Likewise, this is the, I kid you not, lactic acid drink Puku Taiyaki Wafer. So those of you who are really into things like Japan and anime might recognize the name Taiyaki. You see them all the time. It's sort of the street food, and this is kind of I don't know if it's technically dagashi, but it is sort of a similar related version of that. It has the fish shape that is typical of a taiyaki, and it's usually, these are filled with kind of an airy chocolate on the inside. I've had it before, the regular chocolate flavor. It was pretty good. So once again, though, the lactic acid drink portion, I'm guessing the picture on the side kind of reminds me of like those little yogurt drinks that you can sometimes get. So my instinct is again telling me that's going to be more along the lines of that sort of a flavor. But again, I don't know exactly what they mean by that. If it's the same kind of drink that I'm thinking of, or if it's something else, something that is unique to Japan. My impression is that there are some versions of those yogurt drinks that you can get that are more along the lines of this sort of lactic acid Japanese drink, but I also don't know how closely related they are. And for all I know, they're not related at all. I'm just kind of guessing and hoping that I have some idea what I've gotten myself into. But if nothing else, this will be fun to try. I'm kind of excited. So let's get started. Itadakimasu! So starting with, oh, this is a nice big package. It doesn't really have a strong scent in any direction. And it has almost no color whatsoever. It tastes more like, it tastes kind of like milk. I think the best description I can come up with is it kind of tastes like cereal and milk, right? Because you have some of those corn puff cereals out there where, it's puffy and it's sweet, but it doesn't have a particular flavor, right? And when you have it with a bowl of milk, it's just really good. You get the flavor of the corn puff, you get the sweet, and you get the milk, but you don't really have, like, you don't have strawberry, you don't have chocolate. It's the corn puff and the milk and the sugar. And it tastes like that, but instead of course, being soaked with milk, it's like eating a dry cereal where you get the flavor of the milk without actually having the milk involved. I think that's the best way to describe it. I don't tend to eat a lot of cereal, but this is really pretty good. If you like cereal, if you like that corn puff cereal, uh, then definitely give this a try. It's certainly a lot more portable because then you're not messing with the milk, but you do get the flavor of the milk in this. The other thing I'll say is the crunch on it, while definitely there, it's not as crunchy as a dry cereal, right? Because a dry cereal, they try to make it really firm so it'll hold up with the milk without just like instantly getting soggy. And since this is meant to just be eaten as is as a corn puff snack, uh, they've made it a lot lighter of a crunch, and so I feel like it works better as a snack than just regular dry cereal. Really, really good. Uh, I definitely recommend that. That is pretty great. I have to say, the first time I tried this caramel corn brand, I was very nervous. Was not sure what I was getting into, but the more I'm trying it, the more I'm finding that, this is. I had no idea, but as it turns out, this is actually a snack that I enjoy. I am enjoying these different flavors. I'm kind of hoping I can find more. So let's try this because, again, this is another one of those things where, I've had it once and I liked it. I liked it a lot. So I'm hoping that this lactic acid drink works out because I do just really like these Taiyaki Wafers. And you can see it definitely has that fish imprint, right? You've got the face, you've got the tail, and apparently, like, there's this whole controversy over in Japan as to whether or not you start with the head of the fish or with the tail. And I think today I am going to start at the head. Uh, Let me know down in the comments below which end you would prefer, which side of the debate you stand on. If you're supposed to start with the head of the fish or at the tail. I think I did get the flavor right. It does kind of taste like the yogurt drinks. So, okay, texture first. The wafer is very, very crunchy. You definitely have to bite through. The filling inside, this super airy chocolate. I think it's more akin to the texture of an Aero chocolate bar where the chocolate is very, very aerated. So it isn't dense at all. I also don't think it's nearly as sweet, which I personally think is a good thing. I tend to find that Aero chocolate bars are too sweet for me personally. This is a really nice, happy medium. There's a bit of acidity to the lactic acid, go figure, which helps with keeping that in balance. And it does taste like the yogurt drinks I was thinking of. So as you can see on the package, there's this example of the lactic acid drink. In some grocery stores, it can be hard to find, but there are drinks that look similar to this, different brand, but where the bottle looks similar to this, it's kind of a plain yogurt drink, and not very sweet at all, but they're not bad. I haven't had them for a long time, but I kind of enjoyed them. And it's definitely kind of got a bit of that. I think it's white chocolate that they flavored with it. All in all, really pretty good. For my second flavor of these taiyaki, I'm definitely going to be seeking out a third and even a fourth flavor. I am very pleased. Gochisowa-sama. So to recap, we had the white milk Christmas caramel corn, which tastes like a bowl of corn puff cereal in just plain corn puff form in a that's a bit more snackable and portable than your regular corn puff cereal, just because it doesn't quite have as strong of a crunch, since it's not expected to go in a bowl with milk. Very, very good. If you like cereal, should definitely give this a try. I'm just going to extend to, if you have the chance to, this caramel corn brand. If you see a flavor out there that you think you might like, if you aren't a big fan of, you know, cereal, but you like caramel, then go for the original. If you like strawberry, go for the strawberry, what you can find. I highly recommend. Give this a shot. Uh, if nothing else for the experience, but this is turning out to be really, for me personally, this brand is turning out to be a win. And then we also did the lactic acid drink, Puku Puku Taiyaki Wafer, which really does taste kind of like those yogurt drinks. Really fun. You've got the fish shape. It is really pretty fun and pretty tasty. Highly recommend both of these. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like my shirt, the link for that is down in the description below. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Jane!